Hello, welcome. Excited to connect with everybody today. Hopefully, everybody's having a very based morning or afternoon or evening on this Friday or Saturday, as it were, where you are. We're in the throes of Onchain summer, and we wanted to share a little bit more about something that we've been building. So my name's Tom. I lead product for Base. Also have my colleagues, Matt and Aniri, who are contributing on the Base product engineering design teams and on Coinbase wallet teams. And we're going to share more about what we've been building. Really excited. And basically, Onchain Summer 2023 was the launch of Base, this big moment where many builders were building, many users were participating. We had all sorts of things. And, the basic groundswell of enthusiasm and excitement that we had and all the great on-chain activity that we saw, we thought, hey, let's run it back. So for 2024, we're running it back. It's basically 3 times as long. We've got tons of great experiences and apps. You may have seen, in the last week, we had Adidas, great collab there. That was an amazing drop. We had the drop for Wu-Tang Clan album in partnership with Pleaser DAO and a lot of great other things there that we were doing. So we want to take some time today is talk a little bit more about something that we've built and we are building to help scale the experience, both for builders that may be joining this stream now, for users that may be doing things on Base. And this is the Onchain Summer Registry. So, the idea behind Onchain Summer is to increase on-chain creativity, invite everybody to build all summer long. And the registry here is a way for you as community builders and anybody that has an app, that has an experience, that has a mint, that has a drop, go ahead, base.org/registry, and you can fill out a number of fields that will basically, articulate what it is that you've built, why you want to share this with the broader Base community, and great opportunities there to do more. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to share a little bit more of the tactical, what is the registry, why you should care about it, how it's going to help us bring the world on chain, which is our vision. How do you submit? So kind of going through the ins and outs of the things that we need to know about your on-chain app or experience so that you can participate fully with the community in on-chain summer and submit. And then, we put out a call ahead of time on some Q&A. So we get some great questions that builders, that includes developers, creators, artists, and just Base community members have about the on-chain summer registry and how they can participate and contribute. So myself, Matt, and Neri will be going through some of the questions to answer the most important things for y'all so you can get really involved as we're getting up to be a third of the way through on-chain summer. So it's happening. We're in a good mix. There's a lot left, but we definitely want to get y'all participating even more. So this is what we're going to cover in today's registry stream. Yeah, we talked a little bit about what is the registry. That's base.org/registry. Everybody can go to that now, check it out. Let's go to the next slide. And then, how to submit. Will we do the walkthrough now?
Yeah, I can start with the walkthrough. So yeah, I'll get to the tactical. Overall, we're really excited about letting anyone who's built something incredible on Base be able to submit it and share it with the world. And so I'll just walk through every step of the form. And like Tom said, this is getting all the information that we need and our partners need so that we can distribute and get the word out about all the amazing things you built. So when you go to base.org/registry, you'll see a form, and we partner with dForm on this. So the main thing that we call out here is make sure that all of your details are final and finalized. And so if you have a great idea, share it, write about it, post it. But this form is to collect experiences that are live that we can directly start sending users to. So make sure that you have all your assets ready, details, URLs ready, and then get started with this flow. So the first step will be to validate who you are. And we just make sure the registry is free to submit to, but we just make sure that you have a little bit of balance in your wallet to make sure that we're having real people that are submitting this and submitting real experiences. So put in your name and your email address. And this is just so we can get in contact if there's any questions, follow-up questions here. And optionally, you can include your Farcaster, Twitter, Telegram handles. And then we ask you to choose a project category. And sometimes projects don't perfectly fit into one of these, but just do your best to choose where it can fit in. And this will help our partners and our distribution to help kind of signal it to the right user. So for example, if it's a mint, it can be creators. If it's a game in the gaming category, if it's a token, it could go in finance. but really use your discretion of how you feel like your project fits into these categories. And then feature start date and end date. So start date is required, and this is asking, when is the experience open to anyone to use? So if it's a mint that's going live next Thursday, put next Thursday's date. If the app is open for the public, tomorrow or already open, put today's date. This is important that we're not sending users to experiences that dead end them, and we're making sure that people can immediately see and take action on your experience. And then end date, you can leave blank if it is something that will live on forever. But a lot of times people have mints that are like a 3-day mint or a 7-day mint. And in that case, you do want to put the end date so that we can make sure when there's no action required, we're not surfacing this anymore to users. So if the end date is, it's not applicable, leave it blank or put it like way in the future. The next thing that we ask for is a little bit more descriptions about your project. So a project title, this is just a few words that explains what your project is. So it could be the name of the mint, the name of your game, the name of your token, whatever the kind of description, like the title of what you have built. And then if your project has socials, we'll ask for Farcaster and Twitter. These are optional fields. And then this is a description that tells users a little bit more about your project. So when they want to click in and learn what they're doing, you can describe what the game is and kind of what is that 200 character description that's going to hook them in and make them want to continue to explore. So you can see a sample description there. And then we have a really short project description in case some of our developers who are distributing the registry want to just surface something really short. And so we have kind of different ways of getting that information so that developers have the flexibility in how they want to display it. The next thing we ask for is where we send users to participate in the experience. So this is the main thing, is when we distribute or partners distribute, where do they actually go? We recommend for this not to be a tweet, not a tweet to learn more. That's what the second field would be, but a place that they can go and immediately take an on-chain action. So this would be the mint page, your game experience, anywhere that they can go, log in, create a wallet, and immediately take an action on-chain. So that would be the first field, the kind of primary CTA. And then if you do have a website with more information or a tweet that explains something or a cool sizzle video, definitely feel free to put it in the second field. And now we start asking for images. And this is because we're all visual people and you guys are creating amazing things. So what is the image that kind of represents your project? It could be the project logo. It could be the NFT mint art. And then this is a image for social. So if we do kind of promote this on our socials or partner socials, what are kind of the media types we should use? And then we also ask for project image and creator logo. So for example, the project image could be something of the game and the creator logo can be the people behind the game. So yeah, this is all information that we need to do our best to showcase what you've built to users and what other developers have in their toolbox to also be able to come up with amazing ways to drive distribution. And then now we get into the technical details. So this is the last part of it. We got all the details, but a lot of times developers want to give rewards to users who have done on-chain action. So imagine you have a mint, you put your mint link here, and some app is giving you points for doing that mint. We want to make it really easy for them to do that. So in the technical details, we first ask, are you okay with us sharing this data with other developers so that they can add distribution? If you are, say yes. If not, it's optional, and we will still have it in the registry just for Base. And then the second is it integrated with Coinbase Smart Wallet? We have a doc where you can learn all about Smart Wallet and why we think it's a really exciting way to onboard the next billion users. And so if you do have Smart Wallet integration, it's definitely a plus and helps users have a really cohesive experience across apps. So definitely indicate that, but we can still feature in the registry without Smart Wallet. It's just good for us to know. A lot of people are interested in merch, and this isn't the right form for it, but we do have a merch form that we link over here. So if you want to submit merch that we sell in our Onchain Summer Shop, there's more details there. And the TLDR is submit your best stuff, submit stuff that you think thousands of people will use and wear throughout the summer. And some of those will be featured in the merch store, and you'll get 100% of revenue. And then we ask for a project verb. So this is just like the one word CTA, like you see a button, it says play, it says mint, whatever you feel like kind of fits your project. And if it's a bit ambiguous, maybe the word explore fits in best. And then second to last page. So a few more details to help people give points to users if they take your on-chain action. So contract address is the contract that's underlying the main action that someone's taking. So if it's a prediction market, how can we know that someone has made a bet? If it's a mint, what is the mint contract address? Similarly, token standard, ERC20 means a token like Ethereum or USDC or DGen. And then ERC 721 and 1155 are NFT standards. So depending on the NFT you're using, you can put that. And if it doesn't apply to your project, then just put NA. Similarly, a function signature is if there's something custom that a project would need to call in order to validate that an on-chain action has taken place, put that function signature here. And again, this is only if you want people to be able to get points and incentives for doing your on-chain action. And then finally, if you are doing if your project is priced in something that is not ETH on Base and it's an alternative currency, so like USDC or DGen or whatever that is, put in the asset address and the amount. So how much it actually costs, and then what the contract address of the token that you're pricing it in. And then this is also how many actions can a specific user take. So can someone mint 50 or 1? And if not, you can, if it's unlimited, there's a number that you can put in. So yeah, that's the form. I know it's a lot, but the main purpose of the form is we get all the info that we need and partners need to do justice to everything that you've built and correctly show it and distribute it. And once you fill out the form, it is in our registry. So that's the walkthrough.
Totally. Thanks for walking us through it. And there are number of things in there, so that is kind of a lot of fields. But the idea is that, just like you said, Inari, we want to open up the builder enthusiasm and be able to distribute that and share that more broadly with the Base community, with things that we have, with partners that we have. And so a lot more to come there. But if you're building something awesome on chain this on-chain summer, go ahead and get it into the registry, because we want to connect the dots with more opportunities and things like that. So definitely more to come. And all these data fields are necessary for us to do that.
Yeah, definitely. So we got some questions beforehand. Let me walk through the ones that we have. So we got the question, does it have to be on Base, or does it have to be on Base mainnet? What if I have a testnet experience? Tom, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, that's a good question. So first off, just on the testnet part, certainly a lot of great building happens on a testnet like Base Sepolia, something that we have stood up. For the registry, though, it needs to be on Base mainnet. The idea here is that these are going to be apps or experiences or on-chain, products that end users can use. And, unless you're a developer or a builder or more into the behind the scenes things, you're not going to be using the Base testnet. You're going to be using Base mainnet. So it does need to be on Base mainnet. And for the time being, it is Base. It's based, although, we consider anything being built on chain this summer as part of on-chain summer. And we, want to totally, support that and help that come to fruition. For the time being, though, the on-chain summer registry is just for projects and apps and experiences built on Base.
Awesome. Thank you. So we have a question of, how do I edit if I made a mistake? Matt, can you cover that?
Yeah, for sure. So for edits, you'll want to go to base.org/registry-edit. And that form is essentially a mirror of the original form. It will ask you for the submission ID of your original submission, and that will be included in the confirmation email you get after submitting to the registry for the first time.
Awesome.
One other thing I'll just call out. All of the fields there are optional aside from the submission ID. And so you only need to fill out what you need to change. So I know the form is long, but when you need to make edits, just make the edits that you need.
Cool. That's really helpful. So the same link /registry, but you add -edit at the end. Cool. So we've gotten this question a few times. How can I pull from the registry? So if I'm a developer that wants to use the submissions here in my own way, how can you pull, and what are some of those ways that you could use it?
Yeah, I'll take this one. So we do have a public API in development, and that will allow any user to pull any any entry that we have in the registry. They can use that in their own experiences. They can use that in short form content, make videos based on some of the cool entries that we get. And once that's ready, we'll post all of the docs on social and let everyone know when the API is open and accessible.
Exciting. Cool. The next question is, will my submission show up immediately?
Yeah, so for this one, not yet. We want the registry to be as open and permissionless as possible, but we do need to run these submissions through sort of a lightweight review process and just make sure, we're protecting our end users as much as we reasonably can. And so, that's why we do need to give it some review.
Cool. Could you talk through what type of curation is done and how that process is going to work?
Yeah, totally. So, essentially this is up to partners in which product surfaces are going to be showing the submissions that have been into the registry. But, we want to basically steward submissions that are like open to all users. So like, what does that mean exactly? Let's say that there's one that needs it doesn't use Ether or, USDC. It uses a really non-standard, maybe like super interesting rebasing ERC20 token for the mint. Well, that's not super accessible. So not saying don't build that, because if it's innovative and cool and something that you're enjoying building and want to share, go ahead and do that. But that might not be one that's accessible to the broad range of, on-chain consumers, whether they're on-chain natives, newly on-chain, or potentially coming on-chain as part of this. I think another example would be the like the total supply. So if you're doing some type of an artistic or creative drop and there's 100 total supply, it's an addition of 100, or it's even a one of one. Again, not to say that wouldn't be something to build and share, but we want to prioritize things like open mints. So maybe instead of it being capped at total supply of mints, you could cap it for a time period. Say, hey, for this week or for this month or for this day, even if there's something around it, it's a totally open edition that as many mints as possible. So that's basically, we're looking at, we want things that are useful, that are accessible, that are fun, make it easy, make it innovative, make it interesting. Those are some of the things that we're thinking around curation. And of course, have it be safe, have it be friendly. Those are important parts too, to participate with the broader community.
Awesome. Yeah, all good and important principles. And then the last question is there a benefit to filling out the form early?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the short answer is no, not really. Our whole thing is we want to prioritize quality experiences. We want to offer, more eyeballs, more distribution, connect more dots across the ecosystem and across community partners and builders with quality experiences. So going back to those words that I was just talking about, like useful, accessible, certainly interesting and fun. Those are the things that we're looking for. If you want to get in, we're cooking through Onchain Summer here. We're a few weeks into it, but we've got many weeks to come. Go ahead and submit, but make sure it's quality. Keep that quality bar high, because like Aneri mentioned and Matt talked about also, while there is an edit path, it's a lot better if you submit what it is upfront, so we have all the correct information, both from a metadata and title and image and everything, and then to the actual contract and on-chain information.
Awesome. Yeah, that's it with our questions. But like Tom said, this is our V0. We're super excited to be more open and permissionless and collaborate here. And so keep giving us feedback on how we can continue to do that. Any closing words?
No, I just say that, so far, what we've been seeing, like we feel amazingly fortunate and very grateful to see all the great builder activity, whether that's developers or creators or community members or designers, or really anybody that's contributing in any way to bringing the world on chain and building more valuable solutions on chain. Everyone's a builder this summer, so we absolutely love to see it. We have our build-a-thon going on right now, which is a June month-long, celebration of on-chain building. We have thousands of people that have applied. There's a bunch of good information there. Certainly, you can go to base.org/onchain summer and check out more about that. There's 1 week left if you want to build in that, it's partway between a celebration and a competition, I'd say. And then, yeah, the registry. This is the way to get more eyeballs, more distribution, more broad-based community participation, and go ahead and submit. And can't wait. Says it's Nasta Run. I can say from our side also, we can't wait to see what y'all build. So thanks for the time today. This was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.